This venison could be elk, it could be deer, it could be moose.
Anything
Yes.
this time of year.
At this time of year, right, this is a venison recipe called Venison Baked Chops, and it was sent in by Debbie West from Gregory in our Fish and Wild Game Cooking Contest last March.
It's good. It's got different ingredients in it.
It is. It's almost like a venison cobbler.
Yeah, that's right.
Is what it's like.
Just exactly.
Taking a look at some of the ingredients we have in there, Kathy, the reason we
They
call it.
are cobbler ingredients.
Now this is
Loin.
venison loin that I got
Yes,
this year.
FT. Yes, we see that.
Shake and bake.
Yeah, right. Sugar, your cinnamon and nutmeg, which would go in your cobbler, and flour, which was just kind of thicken your apples. And we've got 6 apples that we've pared and chopped, and they go into a butter dish. And you do add sugar to it, about a half a cup, and your cinnamon and nutmeg. Okay, now, like I say, the flour is just for thickening, because you do want it to thicken down a little bit. Your apples will cook down naturally anyway, and you just want this to thicken it a little bit. You use ground cinnamon. Now, this is ground very, very fine. This time of year, you smell cinnamon sticks and cider and everything else. And ground nutmeg. Like I say, it's ground very fine. You barely see the difference in those.
Now, those apples right there make a great dessert.
Just
a great
like
side
that,
dish.
with this topping on them. Right, just like that. We're going to coat the venison chops, and we're going to use steak here instead of chops.
Well, same thing. People call them chops if they have a bone in them. I bone the deer out. And right here, you're unwrapping.
There it is, a saran wrap. Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
finally got to the end of it.
Well, this is how you should wrap meat, wrap venison.
Stays very,
now,
very good.
that grayish, whitish
Yep,
piece there,
that's the piece you want to remove.
that's called fell. That is
Yep.
very tough. We'll show
Silver
you how
skin.
tough it is in just a second.
Can't even poke a finger through it.
You can skin that off just like filleting a fish when you
Yep.
skin the fillet of a fish. If you trim off that little piece of meat, it is...
It makes all the difference in the world. It really does. There it is. It stretches. Look at that. Now, see here?
That's that fell.
Can't even poke your finger through it.
Why would anybody want to cook that up and try to eat it?
You can't bite it. I mean, you know, can't put your teeth through it. Okay, now you put these chops, steaks in the shake and bake. And this is pork shake and bake.
That's what this recipe, well, it doesn't really taste like it with the meat, but it seems like a pork recipe.
Then I'm just going to lay these on top. And it doesn't take very long. You only want it cooked about a half hour.
And here they are. You can see in the recipe the cinnamon, the nutmeg on top, and all the way through. I tend to like to have my venison not quite so done.
That's right.
Well, there, it's a little pinker right there.
Yep.
But it does flake right apart.
All the ingredients for tonight's recipe, well, just in case you didn't write them down,